Hello, Internet! Shalthis here, and it's time for another episode of ShoutStone. I'm bringing you another Hearthstone Shoutcast from the Hearthstone Beta. How many more times can I say Hearthstone? Well, let's find out. This time, I'm bringing you another game from Matticus, featuring his Murloc Warlock deck. Hopefully, I won't get those two words confused like I always do. Huh? Yeah, it's probably gonna happen. Let's see how many times it does happen and get into the game right now. It is Gul'dan versus Jaina. So, here we are. Now, I know you've all noticed that a lot of these games I do don't have any of the in-game audio. Because some of them I've gotten from folks who have streamed these games, and they usually have their own commentary over them or their own music, which I can't really put on my channel. So I use every piece of footage and visual element you see is either from the Hearthstone game, or it's something I created myself. And I have full rights and authorization to actually use that kind of stuff and monetize it and all that crap. So, and of course, I don't want to be casting over somebody else's commentary because that would sound terrible. So, I just give you the pleasant Hearthstone background music and no in-game audio, and just my lovely sound, my lovely voice. So anyway, first move of the game, Flame Imp coming into play for Matticus. I think this is his Murloc deck. It was the same Murloc deck we saw a few games back from one of the ones he sent me. And Murloc decks are awesome. That is one of my goals when I finally unlock enough cards to do it, is to roll out a Murloc deck. That's something I'm actually going to plan to do very soon, is finally stock up on cards. That I sorely need to do it. Like, I'm so understocked on cards. But anyway, things starting off early with a bit of Arcane Missiles to take out the Flame Imp. Blood Imp. Yeah, no, Flame Imp, I was right. I always get those two confused, but Blood gives you health, Flame takes away health, but it gives you a very strong one-drop minion. So, Knife Juggler coming into play to take the Flame Imp's place. Let's see what else Jaina has up her sleeve. These mages can be damn tricky, so gotta be observant of what they can do. So, Hero Power to take the Knife Juggler down a peg. And right now, options are a little slim, but he does have that coin still. So he could drop the Summoning Portal if he wants to keep that alive for a bit. It's still pretty early, and an early Summoning Portal is actually pretty good, because the likelihood that it can be taken out is slimmer than usual. But Knife Juggler, very effective, especially when there's no opposing minions on the field. Every time you drop a minion, a knife flies out and attacks something. And in this case, it's the hero. So yay, attack the hero all you want, that's great. Yeah, this is the Murloc deck. Not a lot of Murlocs in his hand right now. Just that one Oracle. But we'll have to see where it goes from here. So right now the Mage player, indecisive. Trying to figure out what her best option is going to be. I keep forgetting BrandedHero is the name of our Mage player here, if you haven't already noticed. So Quick Fire Blast is going to take out that Knife Juggler. And it looks like the turn's going to get passed. So no good options there. There's a Blood Imp. Again, those are very handy. But Summoning Portal is going to come out. Followed by the coin. And the Blood Imp. And a quick attack to make things hurt. So the Blood Imp also does a great handy thing at increasing the health of your portal, because it increases the health of all your minions by 1. So it's very useful in that regard. And it goes into stealth. So if you never attack with it, unless your opponent casts AoE, which can very well happen in a mage battle, it can go undetected for all this time, so that's pretty handy. Now, as you can see, Matticus has the Hellfire in his deck, or in his hand, I should say. And that's a great last resort kind of ability. Sun Fury Protector, awesome card. Old Murkeye, a cheap old Murkeye. He could burn Corruption on that Fen Crawler, yeah, and he's going to. And he could drop Old Murkeye to give all of his minions a nice little, or all his Murlocs at least a nice little boost. But he is going to drop, oh, is he going to drop the Protector? Yeah, alright, so now everything has Taunt, including that portal. Now while that does make the portal even more of an inviting target, it's still pretty durable, so good. You know, put it out there. And we know that that Fen Crawler will die on this next turn. So it's gonna have to do something and leave a legacy, if you will, on this turn. It can't actually take anything out though. It does not have the damage to take anything out unless Jaina has some kind of buffing ability or buffing minion. to increase its attack power. But as it stands right now, it can do some damage, but it can't take anything out. However, between it and her hero power, she could take out probably the Oracle, and that's it. That's really all she could take out at this point, actually. Again, but if she has something else up her sleeve, by all means. It's hard to make that kind of decision. Alright, so it looks like she does want to do some damage to that portal. Oh, and finish it off with the Stormpike. God, that's a very smart play right there. So the portal is out of play, but it served its purpose, for a little while at least. So could do Murkeye and that Oracle. I've been calling that Seer an Oracle, so I apologize for that. But we could start getting some Murloc action on the field if he decides to go that route right now and announce that this is the kind of deck his opponent's dealing with. Because as it stands right now, it just looks like a random Murloc minion in his Warlock deck. But, yeah, this looks like that's what we're going to get. And down it goes. So the attack is coming. And it's looking pretty solid for Matticus here. Again, not going to attack with that stealth minion. Keep that Blood Imp in stealth. And it's really... That's actually kind of interesting. I've never really run into a situation where a stealth minion is... well, I guess it's no longer a point because of the Flame Strike, which is a bitch of a spell. But I don't really run into that. If you stealth a taunt minion, you know, is that the only thing your opponent can do is respond with, you know, some kind of AoE ability to kind of even the field. But as it stands right now, field is clear. And now Matticus has to make a choice as to what option he wants to do next. He's going to life tap to get a Sense Minions card, which can be very handy. It looks like he's going to put that into play. Get a Voidwalker and Lord Jaraxxus. So I do apologize if we do see Lord Jaraxxus in this game, and I don't know if we will, but if we do, you will not hear his emote. And he does say when you play him, "You face Jaraxxus now, Eredar Lord of the Burning Legion," in, you know, trademark Jaraxxus way. He does say that. So, if he gets played, I will try to do that again. I do not do a very good demon voice, so I apologize. But alright, in this case, Frost Elemental and the Senjin Shield Master come into play. Another Blood Imp, and another Hellfire. Probably not the cards he wanted, at least not at this point. Hellfire can do a sizable amount of damage, it can't take anything out of play. 2 Hellfires can take everything out of play, but it will deal 6 damage. And he can't actually cast it right now. So, we'll have to see what options he has. I mean, he can't even cast Jaraxxus on this turn, but he does have that Voidwalker, which he could drop into play. He also has that Coil. Yeah, I don't know what move he wants to make here. I mean, the Blood Imp would be kind of handy, but it looks like he's just going to throw away... yeah, he's going to throw away his Murlocs and then play Hellfire, which is a very smart move. You know, don't play it while your minions are waiting to attack. Let them attack first, then throw away your nonsense. Let's see. Well, he's going to drop that Voidwalker to get Taunt and Blood Imp to buff it up a bit. And it goes into Stealth. So, 1/4, 1 drop, Taunt Minion. Suddenly becomes a pretty effective move. So Jaraxxus could come out as soon as next turn, but I wouldn't drop it, you know, with more than 15 health, because you'll be effectively killing yourself. Despite the fact that Jaraxxus is very powerful, it can be risky. So he's kind of close to 15 health. So I guess it wouldn't be that bad of a move if he decided to do that next turn. I don't think he will. Arcane Explosion, thanks to that Mage there, cheapened the cost of everything. So now, Matticus still has a Hellfire, which can take out everything but the Archmage. Mortal Coil still won't be enough. So, might drop Hellfire to at least, yeah, he's going to clear the field down a little bit. I'm just going to have to health tap to get another card. Well, at least he's got a couple of Murlocs. He can't do both of them on this turn, but he can do one of them. Cold Light Seer. And he's actually going to drop the Tide Hunter to get that extra minion out. And he still has that Mortal Coil, but he's going to save it until he can kill something off with it to actually get the card draw effect, which makes perfect sense. But one Murloc dies, And another Murloc dies. Not a good day to be a Murloc. And another Archmage hits the field. And a Cobalt Geomancer. Uh-oh. Some people might think there are spells in this Mage's deck. Fancy that. So a spell-heavy deck, which, again, it's a Mage deck. No real surprise there. Spells and Murlocs going one-on-one. Fortunately, nothing can attack now. Does he want to risk another life tap? No, it doesn't look like it. Probably a smart move. When you get below half health, life taps become very risky to play. Especially when you're looking across from, well, right now is 10 damage at minimum. 11 damage counting the hero power. But he can still play Jiraxxus. He has that in his hand. And, oh man, these spell power cards. Every card is spell power. Unfortunately for Matticus, the hero power spells are not affected by spell power. So he's facing a 10 drop right now. He will die on the next turn regardless. He has to take something out. And it's just these Murloc cards. Well, he's got one card out. That's going to drop it to a 14. No, it's still a 15 attack. It can still take him out, even with Jiraxxus in play. But he is going to play it, so... You face Jiraxxus now, Eredar Lord of the Burning Legion! Is that okay? Is that good? Alright, so he gets one last swing in. Unfortunately, it is GG at this point. All 4 of those minions can attack, and then the hero power can finish the job. So, right now, what you do is you wait to see if your opponent will figure it out. Hopefully they will. And it looks like his opponent has figured it out. 4, 1, and the hero power to finish the job. GG, game over. Unfortunately, Matticus falls to Jaina Proudmoore. So that's going to do it for this episode of Shoutstone. I will be back tomorrow with more, as always. And don't forget you can subscribe to get daily updates when we go live. You can also find me on Facebook and Twitter. Links are in the description below, and I also post links to when these videos go live on Twitter. So if you do that, you'll see when the videos go live if you follow me there. You can like and comment, which is awesome. And I appreciate everything. I appreciate all of my fantastic subscribers and followers and fans and everybody who watches this video, even if you're not a subscriber. Why not? But thank you for watching anyway. That'll do it. Thank you again, and I will see you all next time.